What's up, dude? All right. Yeah, look, check this out. There we go. These are my trades for today. I took a break even here. I took a loss here. And then I shorted here. So I started My entry was like right here on the re-break of these highs. So I was in drawdown, 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 drawdown. And I decided once this candle broke the lows, what did it look like? Right here. So once this candle closed back into range, that this candle flipped bullish first, grabbed orders, and then started flipping bearish, I said, okay, once we flip bearish and break the lows of this current candle, I'm going to set a sell stop for double the position size and a stop loss for this entry. So I entered 2 times the lot size here, and I drove it down for this candle. So I lost 34 pips, but then I caught 39 pips. Sorry, I didn't close the full 39. I think I closed as this candle pulled back somewhere like right here at 25 pips, but 2 entries. So I think positive out of this, I came out with 10 pips or 15 pips. And then on the and on NQ, I had a buy right here. I had a buy somewhere in here on the 5-minute continuation. 1-minute continuation. It was this movement right here. So as soon as price drove up here for 9:30 open and we had that pullback, once we started breaking the highs again, that's when I took an entry. So I took an entry here. So 9:30 opened, drove up, 9:30 came down, 9:30 came back up. It's still that 9:30 candle, and we're starting to break these highs. And then that's when I took an entry and I closed somewhere like right here, which was actually a pretty good closure because price didn't really drive that much further. So let's see what my analysis is for gold tonight, dude. So gold made all-time highs today, all-time highs last night, made all-time highs for fucking forever. So where's Sunday here? Sunday. Beep, 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 bam. Where's Sunday open? Well, we flipped on the weekly bearish after the previous weekly having no top wick. Uh-oh, is this the start of the bearish trend? Is this the start of the bearish trend? Check this out. Last week, no top wick. I didn't want a long after this attempt anymore, bro. I was like, all right, I got stopped out break even here, slept. This trade broke the highs again, and then the next candle, what did it do? It went bonk, straight down, and I was like, all right, something's fishy. But it closed with no bottom wick. So when this candle formed the bottom wick and then started driving up, I was like, okay, cool. There's potential for a continuation. I didn't take a pineapple, but I was like, all right, there's a potential for a continuation. We failed, and the next candle closed back in range. And I said, all right, something's up. This candle closed even steeper in range after retesting the lows. And I said, all right, I'm already in pretty steep drawdown. Let's see what's going on. And after we started staying under here, we attempted to come up one more time. This candle came up pretty steep and rejected and closed below again. I said, all right, that's it. I gotta get an entry somewhere here. And that's when I saw the 15 flipping. Bam, and I took an entry on the 15 flip. I took a 30 pip loss, and then I was risking 60 more pips for this. So I made my 30 pips back. So on the weekly, we came up and we made a top wick to start the week off after the previous weekly having no top wick. So the previous weekly had no top wick. No top wick on the weekly. On the daily and the weekly, we've came up and we formed a top wick, and now we broke the daily lows, the weekly lows as well, and we're closing back into previous weekly's range. So we're closing right back into previous weekly's range. We rejected these highs. We actually closed below this little level here where the previous weekly no top wick was. So we made a top wick for the weekly. We're closed below the closure of the previous weekly candle on the 4-hour. We're starting to cross the 10 SMA. We tried to bounce off of it, failed, and now we have had a full closure across the 10 SMA. So it looks like the trend could start to change. We're starting to scoop on the 10 SMA here. We're starting to create lower lows, lower highs on our way down. We're completely disregarding all these minor areas here, and we're continuing our way down. So this is actually looking pretty decent for a continuation of the shorts. If we get some sort of tap into these highs up here and then a flip bearish, we could be taking some sells here. So this is a very strong area here. I want to be very, very iffy about these areas. I want to be wary about these areas, because what happened here, we bounced off this area, and this is what started the uptrend last week on Friday. So this area right here started the uptrend. We double bottomed here. So this rejection to the upside here could be very well what would cause us to come back up. Now on the hourly, we're starting to scoop on the hourly, but we're still kind of far away from it. On the 30, it's looking like we're starting to scoop the other way, possibly trying to come up for a tap of the hourly SMA before a continuation to the downside, which coincides with this level here. So, and then down to the 15, now we can mark up our zone here. This would be my zone. So the no top wick on the previous weekly, I don't really care about that anymore. I already remember. So if we can get an hourly wick up to this zone up here, and then a breakdown back down to the downside, that would be some pretty good sells. I would like some sells off this zone here, but we would have to be very careful about this level here, and that would have to be our break-even point, because at that point that price already rejected here once and it rejected here before in the past. So if we do come up and then come down, you want to go break even here before taking anything else to the downside. So this is a very good opportunity. Price might just break these highs and tap this gap here. This is what you ICT people would call a fair value gap. Price could very well tap this area as well. So there's quite a few zones in here where price could tap. So I'm looking for price to pretty much come up anywhere into this zone here, and I want to see a reaction off this zone. So since this entire zone is extremely bearish, you have your fair value gap, you have your demand zone, and price is bearish, continuing the downtrend. That's a very, very key zone. So I would just wait for this zone and see what price does anywhere in this zone. So if price starts to come up and you start to get your signs of a reversal, your candle patterns, your candle closures, like for example for me, this 30-minute has no bottom wick. The previous 30-minute barely has a bottom wick. So these barely have any bottom wick. So if we start driving up, this is looking kind of clean for a continuation to the upside. We're starting to scoop. So this hourly does have a bottom wick. What's our daily looking like? Our daily barely has a top wick. So I would like it for it to come up tonight. Start reacting off of these zones and then start to come down. Like maybe we can get a candle like to come up here, a candle to wick into this area here, and then a closure back down into range, and then we can start looking for our entries somewhere here. That would be pretty decent, maybe somewhere underneath it. So that's why this entire zone is key. I like this entire zone. So I don't have a specific area. I just want to see what price does when we get to that zone, and then maybe we can start looking for a continuation for sells, which with the weekly, with the daily closing bearish, this daily having no bottom wick, this extreme downtrend that we just formed here with the closure below the most recent range, I don't see us having much room to the upside. Now, we did reject off of here. That level is pretty strong. Price rejected off of here in the past, and is doing so once again. So we want to be wary of this level here again. Also, if price starts to drive down with no top wick for the daily, we might be respecting this level, and you can possibly take a bounce to the upside off this level. But ideally, I want price to go down, and I want price to come down from this level here. So anywhere in this zone here, ideally, is where I would like price to reject off of. So that's what I'm looking for tonight. In my last video, check it out. Hold on, let me. Look how many views my last video got. That's wild. Yeah. It's giving me 1,600 subscribers. I'm almost at 2,000. I need 30 more subscribers for 2,000. 1.97K. Yeah, bro. Market Mechanic, I told him to post some shorts, and he posted something pretty funny today. What he posted today was pretty cool. I liked it. And that's what he has to post, and he just has to be continuous, because it could be hilarious, but it could also not get any views. You know what I mean? Look, if you look at my TikTok catalog of videos, I don't know, I've posted 500 videos, and of those 500 videos, the ones that have gotten a shit ton of views, I have one video with 50,000 views, another video with 30,000 views, another video with 500,000 views, and then on YouTube, my highest is 2.5 million on one video. So in total, I have across all my platforms maybe like 5 million views, 3 million, no, yeah, no, like 4 million views, maybe 5 million views. But I have 500 videos, and like I have some videos with 3,000 views, 5,000 views, 9,000 views. But those are all my workout stuff that I'm not trying to post that anymore. Like this one got 11K. It's just me doing some push-ups. Damn, dog, I was talking this whole time and my fucking mic was muted. You just gotta take your shot, bro. And post as many videos as you have. In total, across all my platforms, I have a few million views, maybe like 5 million views across all of them together. And it's all videos, all memes that I've posted. My memes get more attention than all my other stuff. But hey, bro, if that's what gets the attention, then I'm gonna keep posting my memes and funneling people over to my trading. But chat's quiet today. Chat is quiet today. It'd be like that. You could only lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. I could help you all that you ask me, bro, but if you're not showing up, I cannot help you. I've been trying to get my boy to show up. I've messaged him so many times, and then he ends up looking at my post 3 days later. Like, I sent it to him at 6, and he ends up liking it on Sunday, 2 days after. My other boy, I sent it to him at 5:49 on the 16th, and the next day at 9 in the morning, he replies. I don't get it. Yeah, it's wild because when somebody has something that I want and has a car that I want, a watch that I want or something, I would like to learn from you. And I want to know what you're talking about. And I want to know how I can get like you. I want to know what your personality is like. I want to know, things about you. You feel me? If you tell me, hey, bro, I have $1 million in the bank and this is what I did to grow it, and I go and I'm like, oh, cool. I'm just not going to listen to your dumb ass. The fuck? That's kind of dumb. Yeah, bro, I consider myself a dumbass who knows a little bit of nothing. I want gold to come up for a continuation to the downside. This is a good spot for it to come down, don't get me wrong. If we start flipping bearish here, This is not bad. And we kind of did tap that zone and wicked it off a little bit. But if we can re-tap it, that would be key. If we can re-tap this zone, maybe come up to the 10 SMA and reject the 10, maybe continue to the downside here, rejecting this 30 off this level. This is not a bad level for a continuation to the downside. This is not a bad level. This 30 just closed with no top wick. We came up, we made a top wick first, and now we're flipping bearish. This is a very, very good play here. It's a very good sell. No, actually, I'm just gonna continue trading this 250K on Apex and fund my live account. So every week, I'm gonna deposit into my live account. So I have my cash tips here from last week. I feel like a fucking drug dealer, bro. Hello, hello, what's up, gang? So all that's going into my trading account. I want to have at least like 1,500 bucks in there within the next week or so, probably 2 weeks, so that I can actually start trading it for real, bro. Fucking, I need to do 50-50. They don't go crazy, but it adds up. So I do between 5 and 8 clients in a day. So if 10% of people tip me, that's 1 to 2 people that are tipping me a day for 20 to 40 bucks. So if 1.5 people tip me, that's $30 a day times 5. That's an extra 150 a week. That's an extra 600 bucks a month in tips. Christopher Miranda, my dog. No, I don't lift, bro. My name is Eddie Lifts Candles because I'm trying to get gold to come up real quick so I can take a sell. Let's go back to here. I was gonna take a sell. I was gonna take a short here. I was just talking about it. This closure with no top wick. 15-minute candle closure with no top wick. The next candle came up, formed a top wick first. You can see it doing it here on the 5. The no top wick closure. The next candle comes up to create a top wick on the sell stop of this little entry right here. Just, you don't need a large top wick. There's already an area of interest right here. So once we created this top wick, you take that sell, and then that was the motion. That was that move. Your stop loss would have been literally 2 pip stop loss. You would have probably been safe and added like a few more pips here, and then the TP would have been on this push down. You just had 10 pips here. So that's what I was eyeing. As soon as I saw this 15 closure that I started breaking down, I went back to GC to see how I can enter. But on here, the move isn't as steep. I don't think it's 10 pips here. See, look, 15 no closure, no top wick. The next candle came up, 0.9 pips, almost exactly. So this is why you can copy trades from XAU to, it doesn't matter about the price point. It's all about the movement. The movement is the same. And you can see it here, bro. You can see the no candle closure here. You can see the no candle closure here. The candle drives down. The next candle is doji flipping bullish. This candle is doji about to flip bullish. You see what I'm saying? So it's slight differences. But I'm really wanting gold to come up here and start to reject off this area. Once gold starts to reject off this area, well, that's my boy Chris. I gotta make him a mod. Hey, you better hit the like button, my dude. One thing is for sure that all these new subscribers that this new video has gotten me are making some people tune in. They're just not staying. They're coming in for a couple minutes. It's probably not a lot of traders. But hey, that's bringing traction to the account. But yeah, this is what I'm looking for, bro. Facts. Yeah, but now that we're looking at the we would need the, we have the closure below, we have the break, we need the retest up into this area, and then we can take us out to the downside. So we have a break, we retested the area, we came down. So this might be it, actually, exactly where we're at now. I would like a break to the upside for more confirmation, but we could literally just start coming down here now. And if we do start coming down here now, I would like a 30-minute closure or a higher time frame closure below this range to indicate that it's really going to start coming down and not just form another liquidity grab before coming up. Yeah, I would literally, it would have to start coming down and closing below all these range. We would have to break this trend line coming down. What formed here is pretty nice, how we closed above and now we're faking back out. So if this 15-minute close below range again, the next one comes up, creates a top wick, and then flips bearish, that would be a break of this trend line, and that would be, you can take a nice little scalp there. The scalp wouldn't be too far though. The scalp would probably be 18 pips is all you really have here. So yeah, I would wait for a closure below this range for price to start coming down here. You might get a pop straight down. It could be one of those nights, but I would really like price to close below here before coming up. It's all about how the market structures itself. So if the market starts to come down, closes below, comes up, and then comes down and does this exact movement here, this exact price closes below, creates a top wick, break and retest. This is perfect structure. If price does this exact movement here, right here, underneath this clean range, then that's perfect. You can take this coming to the downside. You have 56 pips here before you have any sort of traffic. So my dog Spaceman, what's up, dude? Let's see if I can get my little brother to pop up. See, I try to help everybody out, bro. My little brother got offered a job. He needs to get an LLC, so I hooked him up on how to get an LLC, and I paid for it for him. So now he's gonna get an LLC, and with that, he's gonna be getting paid $25 an hour. That's fucking awesome, and he's 21 years old. $25 an hour, $1,000 a week, $1,200 a week. That's good as fuck, bro. You gotta put your peoples on, bro. Make sure you have your day job, bro. So, you don't need an LLC to get paid 1099, but if you do have an LLC, then you can start writing off your 1099 income, and it's better for you. So you could be a subcontractor. So he's gonna be a subcontractor for some company. They do internet shit. Cause like if you get paid 1099, at the end of the year you're gonna pay your normal 30% in taxes, 20% in taxes. But if you have your LLC with your insurance, you can write off your gas, you can write off your tools, you can write off your phone bill, you can write off the mileage that you use on your car, you can write off a lot of stuff. So it goes from paying 20% in taxes down to like 15-12% in taxes. So if you make 100,000 a year, instead of paying 20,000 in taxes, you're paying like 12, and you're keeping 8. Yeah, bro, it's taxes are a bitch. When you get paid W-2, they take away your taxes beforehand. So I gotta pay my house, my car, my mortgage, all that stuff. I gotta pay for it after tax dollars. Whereas if I was getting paid 1099 and I had an LLC, I would pay that first and then taxes on what's left over. It's wild. Yes, that's the downside to taking deductions, that don't qualify for a house, which means you would need a co-signer, somebody that's on a W-2 that's making decent amount of money, and then you jump in and co-sign, and then you would be able to qualify for it. But yeah, bro, you have to show 2 years of income. You got to show that you can pay for it, because if you're breaking even and making zero profit, they're not gonna give you a house. Well, there's different companies that don't look at your credit score and things like that, but they will look at your banking history to give you a mortgage. So you just gotta figure it out. I mean, right now buying is horrible, bro. Right now I can rent my house out for 2,500, right? If you were to buy my house now for the 300 that it's worth, you would be paying 3 grand a month plus 400 HOA. You would be paying 3,400 a month. So you'd be paying $900 more to own what you can rent for 2,500. Why would that? Why would anybody do that? Anybody who buys my house when I put it up for sale is either desperate for a house and doesn't care, or stupid. Because I'm looking to either rent my place out and go rent myself, because I can rent a nice one-bedroom apartment right near the beach up in a really nice white people area for exactly the same as I'm paying for my mortgage now. So I can literally rent my place out, make a little bit of money, some profit on top, and go live almost free. So maybe it's a good thing he doesn't qualify for a house, bro. It's a good thing he's not gonna get screwed into a fucking 8% wild shit. Yeah, but depending, I wish Florida was back in 2017, bro. Prices, I would literally be a real estate mogul right now. In my neighborhood, houses used to be like 70 grand, and now they're 300,000. I would have bought 5 of them in 2017 had I known. Literally, I would have went and found investors to go buy 5 of them with me. What is this, gold? Huh, you're starting to break out to the upside after an attempt to come down. We have no bottom wick on this 15 though, and we came up to grab some orders. If we start to flip bearish on this 15 after tapping this area of interest, that might be the start of the downtrend for tonight. That's quite interesting. We have 10 minutes left on this candle. This is a closure outside the range. It's not. Well, that's the thing, bro, and I don't think prices are going up higher here in Florida. We're like maxed out over here, bro. People are starting to drop prices. So this could be like all-time highs for Florida right now. So there's two things. I could either... My house has gone up like 600%. My house has gone up 600% since 2017, bro. I don't think it's gonna go up any more than that. That's insane numbers. No, it's gone up 300%. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, my house has gone up 300% since 2017. So in less than a decade, it's gone up 300%. Seven years. My house has gone up 42% a year since 2017 in value. 42% a year on average. So I know that rent will never come down. So I can either rent it out and make some good income, or sell it and put 7 figures in my pocket. Sorry, 6 figures in my pocket. What am I saying? 6 figures tax free. And then go rent for no extra money to my lifestyle. Be paying the same amount and have a fat wad of cash in the bank ready for the real estate crash to buy something cash or to build something. My idea is to build something. Build like a duplex or something like that. Buy like an acre and build a nice front house and then like a side house where the renters park on the side and the back and nobody sees them. But I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna see what gold is doing here and keep an eye out, because we're starting to create lower lows, lower highs, and we're starting to follow this trend line coming up here. We haven't broke it, we haven't came down yet, and this is good, bro. We're starting to come up to the area that I want to see a reaction off of. So possibly some buys coming up into here with this 5-minute scoop starting to happen, if this 5-minute scoops by like 7:30 and we started getting some closures here, I might be able to take some buys to the upside here. But I wouldn't be looking for anything steep. I really want a continuation to the downside here. Like maybe down to here after rejecting that steep all-time highs. This is what I would prefer to see. Price dump, come up, dump, come up, dump, come up, dump. That's what I would really like to see. See how we created a high here, but then here we came up to the previous high. So here we created a high and it wasn't enough of a retest to reject down. See, we created it here, and here it wasn't enough of a retest to come down. So now that we're coming up again, we're likely to tap maybe this high here or maybe this high again. So that's why I marked up this zone, because it could be anywhere in this zone. So when price came down, it really only drove down after coming up and tapping and re-breaking the lower high and then coming down. So we just created a lower high here and we just broke it. So let's see how far up we come up before we reject. So I was thinking anywhere here, the previous weekly high, or there's some minor areas here. So I just drew up this entire zone so I can see what happens in the zone. I'm doing well on the eval. I'm up 1% for the day. These are my trades on gold today. Break even, loss, and then a stack to win. So I took 2 entries here. I had 2 entries here. But I think I'm gonna call it here, so that way Market Mechanic can get his stream set up, and I can go to the gym, and I gotta go take my work truck back. So have a good day, guys. See you guys during Asian. Type in mechanic link in the comments so you can get the link, and I will see you guys later.